Okay, great job, Rebecca. Thank you so much. So I took some notes while you were talking, and would it be okay if I went over them with you? All right, great. So first things first, you definitely did a great job explaining your relevant experience. You talked about your skills, you talked about your accomplishments, and that's great. I definitely think that you have what it takes to do this job. No questions about that. But I do have a question for you, though. Why did you apply for this job? What stood out to you? Okay. And how are you the ideal candidate? What do you think is going to set you apart from the other candidates? Okay. So, that all being said, what do you think the recruiter is listening for? How are they going to set you apart? Okay. Right. So, there's going to be there's a lot of people out there with your skill set. Customer service, Salesforce, communication skills. There's a lot of people. What the interviewer is looking for is how's Rebecca different? How's Rebecca going to fit in our team? How's she going to fit within our company culture? Does she share our company values? Is Rebecca going to be able to handle Mary Sue, who is a salesperson on the team and has a really strong personality, and maybe she does a great job and her other coworkers can't stand her and she doesn't want to be a team player? Can Rebecca handle that? Those are things they're listening for. Can Rebecca handle, Joe Schmo on the team who used to do a great job and now he's burnt out and demotivated because somebody else got a promotion? Those are the kinds of things you want to set yourself apart. You want to let that personality, nobody can copy your values, nobody can copy your personality. You want to let that shine. And what I was seeing from you was a lot of reading from a script. Maybe were you scripting yourself or reading off something like your resume or the job posting? Just a lot of what you were saying really matched some of the things on the job posting. That's not going to come across in a very sincere sort of way. So what you want to do is think about what makes you you and why you're going to bring a special secret sauce to the job. The other thing I wanted to share with you is there's no need to go through your whole career history. You started from the beginning with your degree and you just went from there. The recruiter's got your resume. You don't need to repeat yourself. They already know your job history. You want to talk about the most recent job that you've held that is relevant to this role. So if it was your last job that you had that's relevant to this role, that's the one you want to talk about. If it was the job before that that's relevant to this role, because I know people do different kinds of jobs, that's the one you want to talk about. So I think we should try that again. But this time I want you to start with your most recent relevant role to this job. And I want you to talk to me about your skills and the things that you're bringing to the table, but in your language and let your passion and personality shine through a little bit.